Hi, God. Thanks for the shine. We're going to do another bit. Okay, so check this out. We're going to have some fun. All right, so I got this one. This one was inspired by my man, Ephesians 6:11. Shout out, right? So this one right here, we're going to show you the flow of how, the best and the brightest keep tricking you, man. All right, so check this out. Let me show you something. You see that right there? Boom, look at that. Okay, so that one right there says the Kari Lake for governor, right? Let me go ahead and white balance that. So this was the image that was posted in the Telegram for the Kari Lake for governor. And then it says, Arizona and America, rest assured that I have the brightest and best attorneys in the nation right here on the ground in Arizona. What's up, Arizona? Okay, every ballot, keyword every ballot, has eyes on it. GOP ballots, election day ballots, start dropping tonight. Keep your champagne cold. Our votes are about to start. Okay, so all of that happened, back, I guess, what was this, a couple days ago? I don't remember. Time's just going all over the place, right? So here, check this out. So then Ephesians showed me something. He showed us something in the group, and he said, like, yeah, they're saying that they got 30,000 affidavits now, right? And then he was dropping that knowledge, and he's saying, like, these people they think that they're signing something, what they believe is an affidavit. It's not an affidavit, right? It is nothing. It is nothing, right? So we're going to show you how and why, what the people in Arizona who are getting tricked again by the brightest and the best, right? So the brightest and the best are tricking the people again in Arizona, and then they're making them go to a web page, and then on that web page they have some shiny boxes on there, and then you fill it out, and then you hit a button, and then you feel good, man, right? So we're gonna walk you through this page right now, man. So here, check this out. You see this? Boom. What does that say? That says Save Arizona Now. Okay, so it says Save Arizona Now. That's the website that they're pointing everyone to, right? So the brightest and the best at the Kari Lake bit is all pointing everybody to saveaznow.com, right? So I'm like, you can go there and you can look at it, and then you can see what the brightest and the best have put together for the people, so they can try to get remedy for the people, which we know that they can't, because if they could, they would have gotten remedy a long time ago. But it seems to be whenever the people go to the brightest and the best, they never get remedy, man. Oh my God. So we go to one man named David Jose, who showed us a method, and we get remedy. He's not even trained, right? He's trained by God, right? He's trained with love, but, so he didn't go to the brightest and the best schools, so he doesn't have an alphabet behind his name. So then everybody's like, don't listen to him. He doesn't know what's up, right? But he's the only one that's been showing the people remedy, right? So here's what the brightest and the best now are trying to share with the Arizona people. And then they're trying to say that, check this out. This is what the words that they say. These are the brightest and the best words. Okay. Save Arizona Now. Okay, file election complaints. Okay, that's the header, right? And then it says, please use this form to submit sworn complaints, right? Sworn complaints is in all caps, right? Regarding a potential violation of the law, right? They're talking about the law in Arizona. To expedite an investigation as much as possible, please provide as much specific information as you can about the alleged violations, such as the dates and times of events, the people present, and the content of any conversations. This should include the name and contact information for other witnesses who are willing to provide evidence about the alleged violations. Also, please include any documents, photographs, videos, or other evidence that support your allegations. And then it has your information. And then it says your name required, right? It's got your first name and your last name. And then it has an email required, right? And then it has a phone required. Then it has an address required, right? Then it has, your street address, right? Then it has a city, and then it has a state, that doesn't say required. Then it has a zip code, right? Then it says in bolds, my complaint alleges violations of the law related to, I don't wish to say the word because, that's just how they trap you, right? So they're saying that there's a violation of law related to, and then there's a drop down menu. And then it says, do you have information about the alleged person or entity who violated law, right? Then another drop down menu. Then it says statement of facts, right? And then it says, if known, please identify specify provisions of Arizona law you believe were violated, right? Then there's a text window in here that you can write stuff down. And then it says, state in your own words what exactly transpired, specifically when and where did the events take place, including dates, times, and addresses, or description of the location, who was involved, including name or physical description of the person who you believe violated the law, witnesses, and election workers / volunteers at the scene, and what was said and done, right? Then it has another text box that you fill in. And then it says, please attach video, pictures, documents, or blah, blah, blah here, right? And then it tells you which is accepted. Then there's a checkbox. This is the checkbox. It says, checkbox, I declare under penalty of perjury that the facts and statements contained in this declaration, including any attached materials, are true, correct, and based upon my personal knowledge. I understand that this declaration and any supporting material are public records and may be disclosed as required by law. I understand that depending on the nature of the allegation, my complaint may be referred to another state or local agency for enforcement. By choosing to submit this form electronically, I certify and agree that by signing my name in this space below, I legally obligate myself to the same extent as I would by signing my name on a printed paper version of this form. And then it says required, right? And then it says to sign on a mobile or touchscreen device, use your finger, or pen on a desktop PC, use your mouse, right? Submit, right? So that's not an affidavit. That's nothing. Right, that is nothing. That's just how they trick you, and then they trap you, and then they turn you, right, and then they confuse you with all the shiny words, right? So then we got some tabs open for some words here. So check this out, right? Check this out right here. See that one, right? Boom. Okay, so that one says sworn, right? So that one says sworn. Let's go ahead and white balance that, right? So we got the words up here, and then we're just gonna pop these up, right? So sworn means participle passive of swear, right? The officer of governments are sworn to a faithful discharge of their duty. All right, that's it. Okay, let's keep it going. Right, here goes another one. Swear, right? Swear, verb, intransitive, preterite, tense, swore, right? So we're getting circular. To affirm or utter a solemn declaration with an appeal to God for the truth of what is affirmed. Okay, so we're going to backtrack, right? They're trying to say that was a sworn affidavit, and they're trying to say that you're swearing. I don't think so, right? So check this out. Complaint, right? This is what you were putting in when you were complaining. An expression of grief, regret, pain, censure, or resentment, lamentation, murmuring, a finding fault. Okay, so that's what the lawyers, they always want you to do, because they always want you to complain, right? That's why they never fix anything, right? They never fix anything because they just say, well, let me hear your complaint, right? And then they just work within that complaint, and then they try to do some stuff like trick you with the words, man. All right, check this one out right here. Violation, right? So these are all the words that they had in their first sentence, right? The act of violating or injuring, interruption, as of sleep or peace, right? So do you feel violated? Do you feel injured, right? Do you feel violated? Or do you feel injured that your vote wasn't counted, right? And then now you're just gonna complain, right? You need to think about what you're doing, people. All right, check this out. Statement, okay? Statement, the act of stating, reciting, or presenting verbally or on paper, right? So they're calling that form that they were having you fill out online as statement, right? It's not a statement. It's just a web page. All right, so check this out. Affidavit, right? These are some key words. Affidavit. Here, I got to show you this one. Boom, look at that one, right? Affidavit. See, we're in the American Dictionary of the English Language, 1828, man. We're all the way back in time to 1828 because they messed up all the dictionaries now, right? So here's an affidavit, an old law verb in the perfect tense. He made an oath, from ad and fides, faith, right? An oath. Faith, right? Remember that. A declaration upon oath. In the United States, more generally, a declaration in writing signed by the party and sworn to before an authorized magistrate. Okay, so when they're sending you to that webpage, who are you swearing to? Who is in front of you saying that? Do you swear under penalty of perjury that what you're saying is true, right? And then they're witnessing it? I don't think so. This is how they keep tricking you guys with the words, man. Like they tell you you're putting in an affidavit when in fact you're not putting in an affidavit. You're just clicking a button on a web page, man. Oh my God, so much fun. All right, check this out. Here goes oath, right? Look at this one. Boom. There goes oath, right? See, we're still hanging out in 1828, right? What is the oath? How are we doing on time? We're okay on time, right? Oath, noun, a solemn affirmation or declaration made with an appeal to God. Hey, God, thank you, for the truth of what is affirmed. Remember that, right? So whenever you're putting an oath, you're swearing to God, man. The appeal to God in an oath implies that the person imprecates his vengeance and renounces his favor if the declaration is false, or if the declaration is a promise. The person invokes the vengeance of God if he should fail to fulfill it. Oh my God, that is serious, right? A false oath is called perjury, man. So if you do something and it's not true and you're saying, I swear under penalty of perjury, God's going to get you with vengeance, man. Oh my gosh. We like 1828 Webster's, right? That's dope. All right, here we go. Check this one out right here. Look at this. Boom. You see that? That says attorney, right? So we're looking at the attorneys right now because these are the brightest and the best. So says Carrie Lake, right? The brightest and the best that were watching out for the ballots and stuff like that. Noun, plural, attorneys. Okay, listen to this one. This one's fun, right? One who is appointed or admitted in the place of another to manage his matters in law. Oh, okay. So you're just appointed in the place of another, right? So you're supposed to be me, but in a different place. Got it good, right? The word formerly signified any person who did business for another. Right? But in sense is now chiefly or wholly restricted to persons who act as substitutes for the persons concerned in prosecuting and defending actions before courts of justice, or in transacting other business in which legal rights are involved. The word answers to the procurator or proctor, right, of the civilians, right? This one's so much fun. 1828, man, this is fire, right? Attorneys are not admitted to practice in courts until examined. That's why they have to do the bar, right? Approved, licensed, and sworn by direction of some court, after which they are proper officers of the court, right? We're going to stop right there because all of the so-called attorneys have all sworn to support and defend the Constitution. Right? We got you. We got your oath, man. It's on record, right? So check this out. So this is what my man Ephesians pointed out, right? You see that? Boom. It says Gateway Pundit, right? But look, when you scroll all the way to the top, that's what the header says right there, right? It says Arizona must be redone. Here are at least 3 provable constitutional violations that render the results uncertifiable, man. So we're just going to scroll down, right? And then we're going to read this bit right here. Let me white balance this again, right? Boom. Oh, wait, didn't white balance. All right, here we go. Boom. All right, let me take a sip of coffee first, man. We're still having coffee shop, man. Thank you for hanging out with us. Okay, so here we go, right? This is where they get into the trickery, right? The key to post-selection election litigation must be argued based on violation of laws, violation of rights, and violation of equal protection under those laws, right? So the lawyers want to litigate. They want to talk. They want to talk amongst each other and say, this is what they were supposed to do. This is what they didn't do. The people have already done that, right? The way to do this is through signed affidavits from at least 30,000 voters in Maricopa County, right? So now they're trying to say that they had 30,000 affidavits, right? But none of those things that were submitted through that web page called Save Arizona, whatever, right? None of those are affidavits. There's no one in front of you, that is considered a notary public that's taking down your license, right? And then putting it down and then making sure that you are who you are. And then they're witnessing you sign that piece of paper, right? There's no one in front of you doing that. Therefore, it is nothing. It is no thing. It is useless, right? It's just you clicking a page on a website, making you feel all warm and bubbly inside, like you did something, right? So I don't even wish to read any more of that right there, because you're looking at nonsense. You're looking at the brightest and the best tricking the people once again to make the people get distracted by some shiny object and saying, go look over here, go to this webpage, and if you put your information in this webpage, which now they're getting your information, and then they'll be able to send you other stuff, right? So they're getting your information, right? And then they're saying, okay, now you're swearing under penalty of perjury. No, you're not. You're not doing it because you're not following the proper form, right? You have to do it in front of a notary public. The notary public needs to say, okay, you are who you are. That's the witness. That's the judge who is making sure you are what you are, right? And they're lying to the people, right? They're lying to the people once again, because that's what the brightest and the best tend to do, man. I don't know why the brightest and the best like to do that, right? So we're going to show you another form of remedy, right? So check this out right here, right? So you see that? Boom. Okay, so that's in Telegram right there, right? So that's going to be a link to a page, right? And then it says this right here: the site for getting Arizona affidavits to print, notarize, and send to Jovan is going to be at http://stopcorruptedelectionmovement.com, right? Stopcorruptedelectionmovement.com, all one word, right? So then once you hit that, it's going to take you to this page right here, right? So you're going to go to this. See, check this out right here. Boom. All right. See that? All right. That's my man. You see up there, it says David Jose. Yeah, it says David Jose Online Sales Pro, right? So everybody freaks out, right, when they go to this page, right, because they're seeing Online Sales Pro. What is that, right? This is just a service, right? So Online Sales Pro is a service that allows people to have a landing page that they can collect the people's information and then send them information out super quick, man. I mean, it's easy. But this man pays for this page. It's a service, right? It's just like everybody's all used to getting free stuff, right? But people that pay for the tools that they wish to use, they all freak out when they say, oh, what is this Online Sales Pro? I'm not going to that. That doesn't seem legit. It's legit, right? Because what you're going to get, right? You can even click on this little video and play it, but it says right here, get your free affidavit to catch bad government in the act, right? Enter your name, enter your email address, and then it hit the button that says send me an affidavit, and an affidavit after I sign up, right? So what's going to happen is that this is going to generate, a link that's going to come to your email address that you put it in, and it's going to make sure that you click on it and subscribe. And then once you subscribe to that, then boom, you're going to get an affidavit. You're going to get that information, and then you're going to follow the instructions within that affidavit, right? And then you're going to do a proper affidavit, one that the people stand on, where you're going to go in front of a notary public, and then you're going to say, yeah, I want that jurat, I want this affidavit, and I want that jurat, which means that I'm swearing under penalty of perjury that the words on there say what they mean and they mean what they say. I am who I am, right? That's me. Those are all my facts, man. Those are my facts, and I stand on those facts, man. We call that testimony, right? So once you do that, you're going to have the piece of paper, right? And then what you're going to do is that you're going to make a copy of it. You're going to have 2 copies, right? And then you're going to send out the copy. The instructions are going to be in this link, man. It's going to be in this link, but then you're going to send out, one of the copies to my man Jovan, that his information is going to be in there too, because he's the man that's collecting all the information. And then that's what we call all of our PCAPs, right? Those are going to be the PCAPs that are going to, what my man David Jose says, break those kneecaps, right? So we're having fun with this bit right now, man, because, this is real information, right? So now that right, there really is a website that you can go to, right? And it's going to be called, I'll repeat, it's going to be called stopcorruptedelectionmovement.com, stopcorruptedelectionmovement.com, right? And that's going to take you to that page, man. It's going to be in the description. You're going to see it, right? So now, if you go to that, right, don't go to this other one, right? Don't go to the saveaznow.com, because that's just a website that's just going to capture your information. It's going to make you click a button, but nothing on there is fact, right? Nothing on there that you submitted is what we call an affidavit, which means it will not stand in court. It will not stand in court. The judges will just look at it and they'll just throw this stuff out, and then the lawyers will just be looking at each other saying, I don't know why that happened, right? And then we're going to be like, the people are going to be like, we know why that happened. It's because you guys aren't following the proper form. The law is the law, right? An affidavit is supposed to be sworn in front of someone called a notary public, right? So then that way you got your witnesses, man. It's biblical, right? So all of the lawyers, they're not following what they're supposed to be doing, which makes me always wonder, why are they the brightest and why are they the best, man? I guess they might be the brightest and the best within their class of what it is that they're doing, because they probably the best ones that can complain, man. So that's it, man. We're done with this bit, so now we're going to go ahead and put this together. We're going to upload it. We're going to see how it flows, right? Because now we feel that we've completed our duty and our obligation. We have shared with the people, what it is that an affidavit is, right? You know what an affidavit is, right? You know that website that they're telling you to go to, the brightest and the best, isn't an affidavit. It's fake, right? And then they're going to trick you, because that's just what they've been doing their whole lives, man. All right, so I'm going to put this together. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to see how it flows. I'll talk to you guys in the future. Remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.